Hello. Hi. What's up? Hello. We're here. We're watching Smackdown. It's still a couple minutes away from starting, but I thought I'd go ahead and go live a few minutes early to get a little jump start on the old reactions. Get a little bit more ahead of time on being live, and unlike those other guys out there, you know. But yeah, good to be here. Good to be live again. Haven't been live since Monday, where we stayed up till 2 in the morning. Um, was up on live till 2 a.m. on Monday, and then I've actually been up till almost 2 a.m. every day this week. I stayed up till 2 a.m. on a Discord call with Tatum and JT on the last 2 nights, pretty much, working on modding stuff. But yeah, I haven't touched the website in a week at this point, so that has fallen to the wayside because of modding. So we're gonna work on that tonight. My roots getting pretty bad, getting pretty noticeable. Are my roots? We'll get to that when we get to that. I'm probably just gonna full send it and go full blonde next time, honestly. Maybe get a little bit of a trim up on the length as well. Hey Pierre, good to see you. Okay, so when was the last time I actually edited the website? Is important to ask myself here. Um, I have not touched the website all month, actually. I've not touched it in 2 weeks. Yeah, pour one out for, at the very least, Braun being part of Next Wave. But yeah, so, yep, Tom turned healer, pretty much, yep. But yeah, pretty exciting episode of SmackDown, all things considered. But yeah, no, I have not touched the website since 2 weeks ago. The 31st was the last time I touched it, so guess I should get a jump on that, eh? The Braun and yep, the oldest duo of Next Wave. The duo that was around the longest. Pour one out. Let's see, the 31st. When the last time I touched it, which means I would have last done Long Live the King and the Xandermania After Party. Which means WWE wise, I've got a few things to update it on. So I'll do that, and then I'll do AEW. And I do feel a little bad. There was no Honor Club last week or this week. Um, I'm getting everything caught up modding wise, and then main event and ROH will start being more regular occurrences. The big thing is move sets right now. Is I gotta wait for either move set files to come out for the modded characters or for people to upload move sets to community creations for them because I like God knows I'm not gonna go through and make move sets for everyone, right? So let's see. Old Friends would be the last episode I haven't looked at yet. So let's see. Cody promo. Cody and Punk came face to face. Bianca Belair and Izzy Dame had a match. Oh wow, and Izzy Dame actually pinned her. Oh, there's Ray Phoenix. There's Cody. Braun and Gable. Braun wins. Pirate Drew. Yeah, you don't like Bianca. We know, Zach. You remind us that anytime she wins. We know. Oh, did we just get a little screen glitch there? I wasn't fully paying attention. Pretty Deadly and Trick and Mellow. I know about this match because I remember it from Pierre's comment last week. But yeah, we're a week away from Mania. This time next week, Ray might be here for the SmackDown watch along. And by here, I mean like there. They're here. As in not on the screen like over there. I mean like on the couch. Ray's coming over and we're doing Mania watch along here next weekend. It's the first time I've gotten to host him for Mania since we were 15. I'm really hoping we're going to find out that it's going to be Aldis and Orton at WrestleMania. I'm really hopeful that that's what they're going to do. They're just going to have Nick get the suit off. Yeah. The KO injury does suck. Maintain professionalism, says Aldis. Well, maybe he will challenge him to a professional wrestling match. I'm going to huff this copium until someone else comes out here and Aldis puts him in a match against Randy at WrestleMania. I will huff this copium all night, boys. No professional that is going to be maintained. Nope. You think we'll still see punt either way or just KO? I feel like it'd be a waste to use it on a not super heated feud, so no, I don't think we're going to see the punt. I think the punt was reserved for ending the Kevin Owens feud. Someone will get a punt kick at some point. Honestly, it's Cody when Randy turns heel. Yeah, I think they'll. I think they're just gonna hold it off for that at this point. I think you're right. Yes, I knew that. I also listened to the Chris Van Vliet interview, but yes, I did know that about Kevin Owens. Aldis looks ready to throw hands.
After last year or so ago, same thing happened. I paid a fine, and what did I do, Nick? I paid double on that fine in case something like last week would happen again. That happened again. I paid advance. I paid in advance, and I think that we are even.
I do love that they're referencing that Nick got paid a year ago for the next one.
There is not a match on the table at WrestleMania 41 for me. Nick, this is a very important WrestleMania for me. This will be my 20th time competing at WrestleMania.
Oh shit, this will be Orton's 20th WrestleMania. That's incredible.
I need you to do your job. I need you to make me an opponent. I can guarantee you that I will be in Vegas. Will be all warmed up, ready to go. I will have my gear on, and I need you to give me a match. I don't care what it takes. Maybe you lose the suit for a night, and you gear up too.
Oh! Randy teases it.
You think this is about money? You think this is about $100 grand? Randy, look around you. I know and you know. This company's doing record business. You're a major part of that, and I'm very fortunate to be a part of that. I busted my ass for 20 years to make it to this company. I don't need your money. I need your respect.
Oh, it's happening.
You need my respect. Funny enough, Nick, you got my respect. Learned it a long time ago. But if you don't deliver on a match for yours truly next week at WrestleMania 41, then I can't promise that I will apologize to Mickey James after I do what I.
Oh, it's happening. Oh, they're doing it. Oh, they're not doing Randy and fucking Solo at Mania, are they? Oh, for fuck's sake, it's gonna be Solo. Teasing the Nick match.
Tell Randy to get out of the ring. Stop embarrassing himself. Okay? Don't nobody want to hear you cry, Randy. Oh, I'm not going to WrestleMania. Oh, I don't have a match. Oh, who gives a crap? It's over for you, Randy. It's over. You know why? Because you're in the past.
Damn it, it's gonna be Solo. And no, you're right, Veer. It does not scream Mania. That screams, it happened on the SmackDown I went to last year, and it was as underwhelming as you'd expect.
Because at WrestleMania, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, is walking out as the new United States champion. And you, Randy, will be sitting at home all alone. I'm going to be sitting at home all alone. That's funny. That's really funny. You know what I think's even funnier? The fact that you have the balls. Both of you. I'm talking you two. Get, Tama. I'm trying to be, for the first time in my career, diplomatic about some business to do with WrestleMania 41. And you got the balls to interrupt me. The voices have been knocking for a few weeks now. You know why they've been knocking? I got all this pent-up aggression. What they're telling me now, boys, is to get your ass in this ring, and I'm going to show Seattle how to beat two Samoa opponents up. Come here.
I swear to God, if Nick gets in here and helps Randy, and we get Randy and Nick as a tag team at Mania, Pierre, they owe you all the royalties. I won't even claim it. I won't even claim the royalties, because they'll owe it to you. Because, like, for those who don't know, Pierre is a very important member of our creative team. Oh, there's LA Knight. But, yeah, Pierre's a very important member of our creative team. And the Randy Orton and Nick Aldis duo was his idea. Because everyone knows, I am not one to ever take claim for someone else's idea. So I will be the first to tell you it was Pierre's idea to put those two together, and I really liked it, so that's why I did it. They're not going to just shoehorn Randy into the U.S. title match, are they?
Again and again and again. It's the same damn thing with you guys. But I tell you what, you're speaking my name now. You talk about WrestleMania. I hope your boy Jacob's watching. Because what I just did is I took my name out of your mouth and I put my fist in it. Yeah. But here's the thing. So you didn't get enough. I know I didn't get enough. So what I'm saying is if you can't get it, I'm saying if you got enough people in your arms a little later tonight, it's you two, it's us two.
Okay, we're doing the tag match tonight.
I feel pretty good about that. Let's do it.
I feel, you know,
And the man that called the biggest star with everybody saying.
after the Randy KO feud, Randy would just be there on the Raw roster, and Aldis was already in that position. Yeah, it worked out, though.
Randy Orton, LA Knight, Solo, and Tomatonga later tonight when we come back. One of the very final ways to make it to WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah, Santos Escobar is on NXT now. I forgot about that. All right, we got the Gauntlet tonight as well, which, So I just want to know, I finally got all the mods working that I set out to install. You guys weren't here for it because I have not streamed since this happened. I have installed damn near 200 characters. I don't care less about this gauntlet. Yeah, no, me neither.
Are you serious? Oh, we're serious. It's Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. Try it for the first time tonight.
But yeah, you guys remember on Monday when I stayed up till 2 a.m. downloading mods? Well, porting all of those was pretty easy, actually. And only like 6 of them didn't end up working, which is crazy seeing as I had almost 200 downloaded. And so I got all of those installed, and it took me, scientifically speaking, for fucking ever to do. And I did it, and they're all installed, and I sent the files to Ray. And at some point tonight, I should be getting Ray on the line here, and we should be getting him set up with mods on 2K25. Which is pretty wild. Yeah, Bailey and Lyra are probably going to win the gauntlet, quite honestly. And it'll probably lead to a Bailey heel turn, is my assumption.
You're sick. On vacation. Good thing Amazon Pharmacy will deliver meds right to the hotel. Because your wife's not going out there alone with them.
Either was one person trying on shoes.
Discover doubles your cash back at the end of your first year, so I'm gonna use mine to get something for my beautiful stunt double I need.
You learn, new match. Discover cashback match.
We'll take them.
Not for flavor.
Interested in the KO Rumble shirt. We'll see if he has one. Honestly, I haven't really thought about it. Just because when I had a modded KO, it was easier to edit that all the time, but we'll see what happens.
Disney chose T-Mobile to power real-time collaboration between remote production hubs. T-Mobile phones Tractor Supply stores nationwide with 5G internet and innovates with GTA of America to elevate.
Here, let's see. But yeah, we are officially done using 2K24 now, by the way. Tonight's stream, I'm not doing any modding tonight, which is pretty exciting. Nana, as they say. All right, we had Kylie Ray and... Is that Carmen? I'm just so used to the modded version. Yeah, it's Kylie Ray and Carmen that had the match. And Carmen won. I need to add Kylie Ray to the NXT roster as well. But yeah, not doing any modding tonight, which is exciting. Instead, once I get the website update done, we are swapping over to 2K25, and I'm doing it. I am starting to make the LAW roster on 2K25. Because LAW is going to go on a brief hiatus following the Xandermania after party. By that I mean like a week, maybe 2 weeks. While I work as hard as I can. And we will have LAW on 2K25 sooner rather than later. And yeah, there you go. Huh.
The megastar, LA Knight. They're going to be facing Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. That's happening tonight, right here in Seattle. There they are. The week of elimination game. A bit more than they won the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Now they have come ringside to take their seats and watch the action. Who will be their opponents at WrestleMania, the championship match? Area. And Bailey, and it was only 4 days ago, they were battling each other for the Intercontinental Championship.
So Lyra and Bailey are starting the gauntlet.
As teammates in this gauntlet match, only to make their way through. Great matches. Survive decided in advance for WrestleMania. In the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship #1 contender, Gauntlet match. Introducing first, the team of Bailey and the WWE Women's.
I'm about to start brainstorming it. I didn't even think about it until you guys mentioned it, but Ray and I are going to be recording the Rumble this week, so.
Frustrated post-match initially, refusing to shake hands with the victim Valkyria before having second thoughts and cooling down. But the essential part is this: these two have never tag together before this. Liv Morgan was just screaming at me, they are not a real team. Good luck with Liv just off the right ear throughout the night.
No, they're still called Pure Fusion Collective, even without Sonya Deville.
And a chance at WrestleMania and a title match would mean a lot for Shayna and Zoe, who have defeated the WWE Women's Tag Team titles since last August. Wait, let's get into some of the strategy, some of the things you got to consider with a gauntlet match. First off, being the first two teams out. Yeah, so strategy.
You were saying I personally did, yeah.
You win your first match, you stay in the ring, a fresh team comes out until the entire.
It was a great episode of SmackDown. Ray really killed it with this one. I was glad I got to enjoy it. I got to be there for the premiere. I was the one in the chat, as everyone knows, about the fact that pretty much if you ever see the LS11 Universe channel in the chat, it's me. Which is, and then Ray uses his personal, just because that's what people are used to at this point. And then I use my personal from time to time to, or not my personal, just my solo, one of my solo channels usually. Got Waller, got the win, Shrek and Mello, beat the family. Just really glad to see Mello getting some dubs on SmackDown lately.
The worst aspect of these is success just leads to exhaustion. You beat one opponent, you beat two opponents, you beat three opponents, which happened in my own career. The fourth opponent to enter, in my case, was Kofi Kingston. He beat me in about 15 seconds because I didn't have the energy to lift my hands over my head and defend myself. And that, in part, really is the issue. You want to, if you can, go on a streak and finish opponents as quickly as you can. Conserve as much energy as you can, because remember, this is just one part of your
Thought Drew was going to Claymore Sean. Yeah, it's happened before, just before Sean was GM. That was how Sean got eliminated in the Season 3 Rumble. For those that remember, he was in there.
When Lyra put out her hand, offered a handshake, Bayley slapped her away, started to lead the ring, and then thought about re-entering that hopefully with congratulations, acknowledging Lyra as the champ, and now here they are as tag partners. I'm talking about not to read too much into Bayley is a more competitor and more winner, and you lose a championship match, especially for a championship you never held before, like the Intercontinental Championship in Bayley's case, and you're always going to take it back. I actually like the reaction from Bayley. She should be upset about it. And now here's one rising stars.
It seems like Cena hasn't forgotten about what AJ did to him. Doesn't seem that way. I did legit pop when Cena popped up out of that elevator, because I didn't know he was going to be on the show this week. But Cena's in the Rumble, which means, you know, if he wins that, the whole he won't ever challenge for the World Heavyweight title again thing would be null and void.
Intercepted by Zoe, and Zoe on the blind tag was straight into the cover. Unaware of that tag. The Zoe start making her the legal competitor. Now Bayley's back in with perhaps the damage already done to the Intercontinental Champion. Now Nizzle wants to take advantage again. Lyra, wow, the impact there. What a horrible landing on the back of Lyra Valkyria's head. Was it ever? And now here comes Star. Looking to advance in this gauntlet. And the save comes in from...
I will say, though, what happened on SmackDown today with Braun and Dom, it does make me very sad because, you know, Next Wave was like a big deal for me. I was the one that put them together. And Ray was kind of adverse to the idea at first, and then I don't know what ultimately convinced him, but in the end he was convinced, and he really ended up loving Next Wave.
And with that, Bayley and Lyra advance. Team number 1 is through. And now right away, Natalya and Maxine Dupree next up to see who becomes #1 contender. Nobody in their lifetime could live in a place like this. Who needs the answer now?
God, it is kind of weird that I redesigned all the AEW things, and I never finished redesigning all of them, and I'm not going to at this point because it's like, well, they're not going to be useful for much longer. Like, the people, like the AEW roster is getting spread out amongst all the other shows here in a little shortly, in a few months at this point, and of course, the relaunched WCW, which I'm very excited about. Ray and I were just talking ideas for it again today. Yep, Super Cena never dies. You are correct. Oh, the return to WCW is going to be wild, dude. You're right. I'm so excited. I've been thinking about ideas for it since I announced it. Like,
When Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
it's going to be great.
Can you hear me now? It was just another day on the court till he showed up. He brought Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza. He also brought his A game. Spicy through the lot, eating the post. He had him walking on. Pizza Hut. You can call me Pete. Pizza Hut. You're at the legendary Pizza Hut.
There we go. That's Megan Bayne added to the roster and given a win to Keston Garcia. Yeah, mods. I got all the AEW belts modded in today too, so no more micro AEW title. Don't know why it was so tiny these last few weeks, but no more micro AEW title at long last.
Is this an iconic sneaker? No, it's now for the new KFC Milky Bucket. Now anyone can know. With 3 sauces, fries, new mashed potato poppers, and original recipe tenders. Done for $7 or get enough to ship for $25.
Introducing the all-new Passport Crisp. Full redesign on the bearable trail. Most capable of it.
It was going to be a combo of AEW TNA. It's going to be a combo of everything. There is no roster limits anymore. Anyone, like, if Buddy Murphy being in WWE isn't proof enough, if the Guns being NXT Tag Team Champions isn't proof enough, we don't really care anymore about the whole real life stuff. We just don't care. We look at releases as a challenge more than anything. If we don't want to release someone, we don't. It's pretty straightforward.
Hesitation at a moment when she found out who was getting this assignment. That was personally felt like Adam Pearce's name. WrestleMania season, wait, let's just dive into the deep end. I'm going to take you to the opportunity again with Natalia tagging with Maxine. Maxine to advance. And then kick out by Bailey.
But yeah, no, you're gonna see some people go from WWE there. You're gonna see some people from AEW come to WWE, so on and so forth. It's gonna be just a little bit of everything. Pierre, I know good and well what this is, but I'm gonna have to click it. Yep. Yep. Pierre just sent me a message saying we can't have WCW without a return of, and that is as much of that as I can play without getting copyright claimed. So next season is just one big drop. Yes, pretty much. Pretty much. Like I feel like I've explained this a few times at this point, but like, yeah, no, it literally is just it's wide open now in the LS11 universe. Anyone can go anywhere. You have people going to Raw, SmackDown, NXT, WCW, and even Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor is going to stick around. It's just going to be a members only thing, except for the pay-per-views. Those will be free. Which the first pay-per-view, I don't know when the first pay-per-view is going to come out. I gotta write it out. I think I know who I want all the first champions to be. Fortunately, I mean, there's only 4 titles to work with.
Saying, what were you thinking? Why would you do that? Well, it's a Russian blood to the head from the less experienced that seemed to great. They like to have the cheek and chew, but this match continues.
Party girls are in.
Former tag team champions Carter and Chance back to action. But it's still a quick one now on the now pre-exhausted Bailey, who has already had to win 2 matches thus far. No respite whatsoever. Spot there from Caden Carter. Carter trying to take advantage of something.
The almighty roll up. Yep.
Difficult it is. Back to McLaughlin. And Bailey looking to try to get some help from Lyra.
Huh.
Getting that tag to Lyra off period. It is Bailey who has been in the ring now for several minutes.
MJF, he had the match with Daddy Magic. Anyone else excited to see Daddy Magic back in LS11 Universe today? I say back, but apparently he's had 2 matches this season that Ray put him in. I don't remember that, but I guess it happened. But you know it's all fun and games until I say the line. Because we know from TNA, when 2.0 were there briefly, I will unashamedly say the line.
This has been 100 miles an hour stuff from Carter and Chance. Probably the 2 exponents in the game.
God, they're really just going to have Bailey and Lyra run the gauntlet, aren't they? I mean, the women's tag division is held together with Scotch tape and Elmer's glue, so, you know. Yeah, because there's Nightwing. 2, 3.
This is now an impressive run by Bailey and Lyra. But things may be about to get ugly.
Like, Meechin and B-Fab ain't winning. I'll tell you that. Love both of them. Think they both deserve so much more. But Meechin and B-Fab ain't winning. Hey, JT. I know, yeah, you only talked to me, what? 19 hours ago? No. If Bailey and Lyra win, Lyra's not going to defend the IC title at Mania, no.
Introducing the bold and independent chicken nugget from China. Here for a limited time.
I don't know how well it picks up on stream, but that is my wrist. Just something I can do. Just... Okay, I can't do it now for some reason, but my left wrist, my left ankle. Damn it.
Tired of struggling with impossible messes
Hold
in the
on.
shower? Mr. Clean Foaming Bath Magic Eraser cuts through 100% of the grime. That's some sprays leave you
I don't know what's wrong with this thing.
cleaning products. Switch to Mr. Clean Foaming Bath Magic Eraser.
It's time to begin the hunt.
There we go.
Bend your tails off.
Yeah, she might defend it on the Raw before, or she might defend it next week. Who knows?
Dr. Squatch Body Wash. We just got one thing, and that's a natural body wash for our guys, of course. With scents like pine tar, wood barrel bourbon, coconut castaway, and fresh falls. Dr. Squatch Body Wash. Your menu for natural.
Spring forward this tax season. Straight Talk. They get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G with plans all data on America's most reliable 5G. Straight Talk. Available online.
Here it is. Seattle for 8 days away from WrestleMania 41. We're in the midst of absolute women's tag team.
Yeah, I had to fix a small thing with mods to get what am I saying? To get the modded belts working, and then I will be. Then I will be good to go. It'll be ready to go.
Bailey has taken a lot of abuse herself in this match and immediately back on the offense is Beachin. And look at her go. DDT Beachin to advance #1 contender, but the left shoulder gets up. Beachin being an absolute menace in there. The tag champs live longer to Raquel Rodriguez loving everything they are seeing right now as these women tear each other to shreds in pursuit of an opportunity to tag gold at WrestleMania.
Oh man.
Being synchronized and working together. And communicating the same as Lyra Valkyria. Expanding repertoire of Big Fat, who is the Jamaican.
I'm definitely not gonna stay up till 2 a.m. like I did on stream on Monday. In fact, I'm gonna try and go to bed at a reasonable time tonight, and by that I mean midnight at the latest, because I don't have much modding stuff to do tonight. But we shall see what happens. And so it comes down to the secret Hervis. They're not going to wrestle in the suits, are they? I mean, if they are, fucking respect, but...
This is it. The 5th and final match of this gauntlet. #1 contenders tag team for a spot at WrestleMania. And consider for Lyra Valkyria, who's the Intercontinental Champion.
Would love for a secret Hervis win, though.
Double champion. Get through this, win this, and that's on the line next week at WrestleMania.
Hey, Daryl. Favorite tag. I don't know, I'm probably just gonna go with the basic answer of AJ, I guess. Mike Bailey, maybe, actually, might be my. Just because Mike Bailey is the person whose X Division title reigns I saw most. I got to see most of.
Into the steel step by Piper Niven. He may be out for good. Bailey came over that miracle rose plant moments ago, but now she is in such a compromised position against Alba Fire and Piper Niven. Look at the teamwork. Big time by Piper. They're in complete control, Wade. They're completely defenseless. That was a sloppy payback from Niven, who didn't humble like his match continues. Who is going to WrestleMania?
We are not 6 weeks. Not even close to 6 weeks. We are now 2, 4, 6, 8. We are 11 weeks out from the end of season 6.
So we invited some of them to a little tasting.
11 weeks. We are in the final fifth of the season now. Like, it is almost here. Season 7, the big 7. Never thought we'd make it this far, I'll be real with you. I think this officially makes it, like, timeline-wise, the longest running universe. Like, that's kept it's consistent. Like, Gore and Perkins, I don't think really have. I think theirs resets every game or something.
Try me. I'll give you some. Alice loves the sample game so much. She wished there was a way to make it last longer. Say hello to your fairy godmother, Alice. And long-lasting game safety. Part of the irresistible set collection from Game. Jokes at school, that's more than just a classroom. Hello today.
Protect your skin with Orange Pussy ultra lightweight sunscreen with antioxidants.
Oh, no. She won the top deals with the best brand. And now, buy 2 get 1 free exterior paints and stickers on sprinklers. It's the perfect time to tackle your next project. Save on your next project now with Lowe's. Lowe's knows how to help you spring.
Bears and Warlords, it continues on to every game now. Really? I had no idea. I haven't watched them. I haven't consistently watched them in years, so. Well, I know they've been playing since WWE 13, as in, I don't know if I didn't know if their continuity was the same, Bad Dog, is what I mean. Because, like, WWE 13, they had heel Cena with heel, like, thugonomic Cena with Paul Heyman as his manager for a while, beating legends to keep the U.S. title. And then he got squashed by Goldberg at WrestleMania. And then, like, WWE 2K14, they had Cena, Sheamus, and Fuckface as the NWO. And then they didn't. And then there was, you never forget El Tatsu and LJTG. There we go. All right, time to boot up 2K25 on my second account so that I can start LAW stuff. Gonna mute the desktop audio though. So I'm gonna do this. Will this actually work? Because, like, it's being fucking weird. Yeah, there we go. 2K25 for some reason just does this weird white screen. So here. This way you guys can I was gonna show you guys all the mods and stuff real quick, but God, it's gonna sit here on the loading screen forever, isn't it? Because that is a minor bug I've been dealing with lately. Is sometimes it'll launch, immediately tell me it can't communicate with the servers, and then it'll sit on the loading screen for starting the game forever. Like, as in it won't start, but we'll see. See if I can fix it. Lyra with a power bomb to Piper. Jesus. Piper kicking out at 1.
First time they have been teammates in their career, Lyra and Bailey. And earlier this week, they were against each other in what was shaping up to be an absolute classic that Lyra pulled off when Bailey was getting the best of her on the verge of submission. All without getting a happy
Oh, like a monster. She really is. God, how many times? Look, I like Lyra, I like Bailey, but I don't know, man. Let's see if I can get the game to actually boot up and let me use community creations. It's been giving me some problems, apparently. Unable to communicate with 2K25 servers at this time. Let me try something. This could be dumb, but I'm gonna risk it. I will just fucking keep rebooting the game till it works. It doesn't take long to boot it, so.
how far into this gauntlet they are, and now they're getting into a steep battle with these two. It's been a miracle performance from Valkyria upgrading again to a slugfest with a fresh appointment. David is never a small move. But now the hit and move from Valkyria has perhaps eliminated Micah David for now.
Alright then.
Back up to that apron.
If it doesn't work this time, I'll try launching without mods to see if that might fix it. Because sometimes... Apparently that was the big problem of why we kept getting server errors last year on 24. Was it just doesn't like modded games. But the issue with that is...
To survive. Alba fire. Bailey looking to counter. There is the tag. She runs fire right into that corner. What a big opportunity. Lyra's up top. What a drop.
Yeah. Bailey and Lyra just fucking run the gauntlet, because I guess, sure. Like, don't get me wrong, I like both women just fine, but, like, I don't know. I'm just not super interested in them challenging for the titles. That was a sick leg drop.
Wow. And there they are. And that'll be next week. And wait, what's your earliest read on that WrestleMania matchup? I am still trying to catch my breath. Joe says, I'm exhausted. This audience is exhausted. I can't imagine how Bailey and Lyra
I mean, at least the women's tag titles are being defended at Mania. I don't think they were last year. No, they weren't. They weren't last year because for the second year in a row they were in a 6-woman tag match instead. Okay, still can't communicate with the servers even without the mods there. Fuck.
There's an unspoken rule about not crossing certain lines. And last week when they met face to face in this ring, that line was definitely crossed. Therefore, both Tiffany and Charlotte are facing disciplinary actions, as well as Charlotte Flair, after what happened earlier today, being asked to go home for the rest of the week. Now it has some other big news that broke online yesterday. We will take you back to what happened last week with Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. That was 2 weeks ago in London, and now it became official this week. It is happening.
Yeah, look, if it won't connect to the servers right now, that's fine. I'll just fucking start making characters without community creations for now.
A chance to hear from him. That's next.
Or the infinite loading will happen again.
This is the making of WrestleMania. Time exists to help everyday Americans make it. When you deal with credit to build yourself up, when payday comes on your terms, and when your girl math starts mathing, oh yeah, you're big. Success doesn't happen overnight.
Alright, Sin City Street Fight.
It was just another day on the court till he showed up. He brought Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza. He also brought his A-game. Slicing through the lane, feeding the post. He had him ducking out. Pizza Hut. You can call me Pete. Pizza Hut. Your apple legendary Pizza Hut and Cheesy Bites Pizza. And new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app. Pretty short. It is the same power. Big Wwe, so you get the same power. For unlimited talk and text with reliable coverage and your second month free, call Consumer Cell.
Love your plugins but wish you had more scent control? Introducing the new Febreze Plug Scent Booster. Enjoy the same 50 days of continuous scent Febreze Plug, including a torque for flexible placement options and a boost button for extra scent. New Febreze Plug Scent Booster.
Yeah, when it's a street fight, they usually name it after the city they're in because they're fighting in city streets. Kevin says it's Seth. Of him and dress as much as possible. Imagine. Oh my god, that'd be something, wouldn't it? Yeah, like Pierre said, that would be the case next year. You're correct. Okay, well, I was going to start making the LAW roster tonight, but the game is infinite loading on me, so guess I will change my account back to my normal one and see if that fixes anything.
But when Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Can you hear me now? Sometimes justice is correct. I want to win a little different. Right, real justice, legal justice. That's a glorious thing. Here in the Emerald City, Seattle's great, proud, and climate play arena. This is the fourth quarter WWE broadcast from Seattle. This is LA. Up WrestleMania. Stone Cold Steve Austin's retirement match against The Rock. Now we are just 8 days.
Okay, and so then on my account, I log in, like, it just doesn't like my other account for some reason. Because, like, everything's working just fine on my personal account. Weird. Very, very weird. It just does not like my second account. I will figure that out later. But I do have all of my modded belts in here now, so that's good. Sneeze. I was gonna say sneeze incoming, but there it was. And that one, but him and Brady for Zed Rollins. I didn't pick you for good. I picked him. And then you're just swerving another swerve, and then you're getting into Russo territory if you do that. And when you've gone Russo, you've gone too far. You never want to go full Russo. Oh, Pirate or Solid Snake Drew McIntyre. Eh. I don't think you end WrestleMania Night 1 on an angle. Like, you don't end it on an angle that isn't the Heyman turn to join Seth. You don't just end it randomly on a random turn for, like, with Braun for the sake of a random turn with Braun. I don't know. I don't think it would be the wisest move personally. Well, that just crashed the game. That's great.
Priest eliminated. You know what happened at WrestleMania a year ago. Now Drew McIntyre with the attack. Are we starting to see clearly now? Society only moves as fast as the slowest man, but it took a few people a while to catch up. But everybody can see it's plain as day. Drew McIntyre only tells the truth, and every action is justified.
Crazy for wanting Seth and Crosby to just put the fear of God in him. And, oh, God.
He would never face me like a man until this week when he agreed to face me face to face because I have one eye. Then he challenged me to a match at WrestleMania.
Truth teller Drew.
Because I have one eye, you know what? I still accept it because that's the kind of man Drew McIntyre is. This match is a year in the making. Priest, you always say you want to live forever.
No, I will just let it sit this time, and we'll see how long it takes.
Or Seattle, do you want me to let you in on a little secret? Wolverine here's got some good news.
His eye's probably fine, isn't it? Wolverine here's got some good news.
100% clear, which means at WrestleMania, Priest, you're 100% screwed.
Nice.
Oh, Priest is coming back out. Yeah, this ain't
Oh, boy.
Priest is throwing security and leveling them. Well,
And the big trucks is getting the little trucks. You know, leaving me or stab me in the back. Paul, I'm going to squeeze every bit of use out of you that I can. Cross here is going to make sure that you don't go running off. God, now I kind of want it. God, part of me almost thinks I need to just wipe the save data on the Carnold account, because my second account is Carnold, because of course it is.
With an opponent as dangerous as these two, it will behoove you to take as big a shot out as you can prior to getting to Vegas. I'm going to be tired. Drew McIntyre comes back and gets a look to his big rival. And he wants to have a big title. What do you put up on top of the steel set?
Ouch.
The eyes of a priest. He just ripped the rock necklace off his neck.
Alright, well, the suggestion everyone is giving is to do something that requires disconnecting from the internet, and I can't exactly do that in my current position. So that'll just be a problem for Monday, me. In the meantime, I guess I'll just try and install some more mods. Get things all updated and stuff. Because the big thing I gotta work on is...
Charles Robinson, that Nick Aldis, no one. I'll tell you what's going on. They have the puppets, they control all the strings. I'm always puppet.
Conspiracy DIY. I'm loving it.
Yeah, conspiracy to keep us away from the tag team titles. That's what's happening. Hey, you keep us. Wait, no, sorry. Just agree. We're gonna say, yeah, right? Absolutely. Yeah. Wait for amalgamines. Since lose most titles, you boys have gone crazy. Are you blind? Are you not seeing what we're seeing?
Want you guys actually see me work on it tonight. Essentially, what I got to do tonight is let me just here. There we go. I'm just gonna put it on creator safe just for my own sanity, but just to give you guys an idea of what my roster looks like now.
You know, we worked our asses off to get here. We won the tag team titles after 3 weeks, and you screw us out of them. So no conspiracy. This is karma. She's on the zoo. If she wants to live, you know.
Like just to give you guys an idea, there's a lot of people that I have a created wrestler of as well as the base game character, but imagine I'm looking most forward to, I guess, Cody and Cena. Like just to give you guys a good idea of how much work I put in with mods this week.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by Santos Escala. Representing Legado del Fantasma. From Monterrey, Mexico. Weighing in at 220 pounds. Wait, Berto opened his mouth a week ago dismissing the incredibly exciting Rey Phoenix in his WWE debut.
Like I put in fucking work this week with mods.
Change that. Also, against the incredible Wwe Phoenix next here on Smackdown. Transporting you to the future of live content. Cashapp WWE presents WrestleMania. Your first training one, and when you're receiving Cashapp is back. Issues with money laundering. Just locate your show there.
So like Los Lotharios could win the tag titles, or Los Garza could win the tag titles. You'd be down for it. Yeah, possibly.
I got the pop pairings order. I need 3 medium pepperoni, 2 ordered wings, breadsticks, cheese sticks, brownies.
On the right place, Chef.
Let's order the 3 efforts. See you at the summit. We're making each one of the pairings for $6.99 each.
Yeah.
Better pizza?
Yeah, it's a lot more than like, and then just there you go. That's how many of them are actually custom wrestlers. That's how many people you could ask me for the tags for. Not many. Even then, I gotta delete some of them at this point, because like some of them I don't need anymore. Kind of ready for new wrestlers in the game. Aboard the. You know what? I got nothing on that one, Zach. I got nothing on that one, quite honestly. Like, if you're already bored with the roster a month in, I got nothing to tell you on that one. Let me wipe out the people that I've already got stuff taken care of for. I shouldn't have done that with Kyle. Actually, I didn't have his stuff copied over yet. I don't know why a mini Matt Hardy's been appearing over everyone's shoulders, but it's funny as shit. And then a mini Jeff Hardy appears over some people as well.
We're making new Papa pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Handcrafted milkshakes are back at Zaxby's. With the real cherry on top. They come with a cherry on top.
Did you know cheese it made extra toasty? Of course. Why did it cheese it? Is this an iconic secret? No, it's now for the new.
Yeah, can't really help you there, Zach. Like Pierce said, can't be the only one who felt like the pandemic messed up, missing some. Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, anyone who you don't see something here on the victory motion for, that means that they're modded, and I gotta go in and set that up. So that's gonna be a lot of what I'm doing tonight. Shoutouts to JT and Tatum, who fucking sat on stream with me, or sat in Discord with me until 1 a.m. yesterday while I did all the entrances. So, like, in order to even be able to do anything, I have to, like... I actually have to copy a victory motion from someone else. Otherwise, it will crash immediately upon me trying to do something. Alright, but like, so I know for a fact Adam Cole's victory motion is called Thunderous Boom. And I'll just do as much of this as I can tonight. Actually, I feel like the Cody champion works pretty well for Adam Cole. And then I do have
Physically challenging tasks, but also mentally.
the really nice thing with victory motions is it actually keeps you in the victory motion menu after you've done one, whereas everything else it kicks you back to the main menu every time you finish. So at least here I can kind of handle it pretty easily. Another Triple H video package. This could be a bit excessive.
That's just one of the many career moments worthy of celebration, and that celebration, of course, will continue with the Hall of Fame induction of Triple H next week in Vegas. But here's the beauty of this. SmackDown's going to be the big motivators in a couple hours to get down the street to Fountain the Hall of Fame ceremony. You can do both of them in one night. Look at this guy.
Oh yeah, all these mods look great. There are some that might look a little eh, but like they all look great to me. Better than created wrestlers at least.
To the entire Hall of Fame class of 2025. Hey, you want in on that? Get your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Ticketmaster.com for both SmackDown and the Hall of Fame. Brutal last week on Waste is a flying blizzard.
And I know I already know Ray is gonna be like, what the hell? Because he's gonna have to do this for all his guys too. Same with movesets. None of that stuff comes pre-installed. He's gonna be like, what the hell? And I'm like, there's not much I can do about it, honestly. Like I can't program that in. Like for Ray, he's not gonna have to touch any of the AEW people he doesn't really want to. Like Abaddon here, that's only a me problem. Fortunately, victory motions don't take long to set, so. AJ Francis. Fortunately, his is a little easier to handle because the thing is when there's always like people that I think have ones that I'm either going to use for someone or are similar enough, it's a little easier. Ray Phoenix having the bottom to his mask, even though it's just for his entrance, still throws me off. Yeah, Lucha Bros are way too cool to boo. I agree.
Huge hype building for this Luchador's debut, and boy, oh boy, did he surpass that man. Of course, Raw's Penta, who is the brother of Ray Phoenix's, pretty got the same thing.
And it's like, I'm setting all of these for myself, and it's like, Xander, are you ever going to even be able to use some of these people because they're on Ray shows? I'm like, well, probably not, but like, I'd honestly just rather have them and not need them, you know? It's like, it's one of those things where I'd rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. In the event that, you know, God forbid something happens and I have to take over the shows again for a little while. Grayson Waller, the cruiserweight division on SmackDown is just weird. Grayson Waller weighs 205 pounds, and he started his WWE career on 205 Live. That's my answer to you on that one, Bad Dog. And unfortunately, I've got like stuff like this where I've just got the created wrestler downloaded still. I was on Power Rangers. I was more of a Ninja Turtles guy growing up. Never really been a big Power Rangers guy. I already did it IRL, but Max says he had to cut away. Yeah, and Grayson Waller is 205, so. Murphy had a goated cruiserweight title, and he really did.
You don't have anything to worry about. Kid series comes to USA.
Oh yeah, Power Rangers had great music. I'll give you that.
Very mature.
Hey, that's my nephew too.
Hey, I'm not the one acting like a total baby.
He's two.
Only baby. What do you?
Like I said, like Ray is gonna every mod you see me have, Ray is gonna have at some point. The first wave of mods I've sent him, the only thing he's gonna be missing is like one character and the AEW belts, but like Ray's never gonna have to worry about doing shows for me. Like hell or high water, I have dragged myself through the damn flu to do shows. So
But when Verizon announced that I could lock in low prices for years, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Can you hear me now?
and like I know this is gonna take me a while, but we also just had this stream tonight to chat while I do this, so it works.
But we do now. So get any medium two-topping Parmesan stuffed crust pizza for $10.99 with a big sandwich.
It's coming alive. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea fans love the smooth, refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Made with real fruit tea and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Many people told us they had stuffed crust pizza from Domino's before. Only Domino's has never had stuffed crust before. Pizza. Until now. Introducing Domino's new and first ever stuffed crust pizza. Yummy. Try one for the first time tonight.
Great scene here in Seattle. Climate good for winter. Force next time.
Oh. But you'll see a lot of cool mods tonight. That's something I really enjoy, is just getting to showcase them a little bit. As I move my webcam more to the side. And I do have, like, the reason you guys aren't hearing the music is because I've got it in creator safe mode. Because I would like to make money off this stream, Yeah, mods are dope. And it's like, I think the only reason I'm so tired of modding right now is because I did so much of it in the last week. I did about as much modding this week as I did in the entirety of 2K24's lifespan. And it's like, and I gotta set everyone's stuff, because otherwise, even if I load up a tag match, if I load up a tag match and one of the competitors doesn't have a singles victory, it's gonna crash the game. And like, folks, I mean, where's the lie? Phoenix and Berto are having a great match here, by the way. I'm glad Umberto's getting a little bit of a chance to shine. Huh. Has Alex ever... Who the fuck asked a question like that? I just sat down. Also, the closest to an answer you're ever going to get to that, JT, is that Alex and I are the only person that one another has ever seriously dated. She had 2 high school boyfriends that each lasted less than 6 months, and they were in the first 2 years of high school. So we were one another's first serious relationship. And that is the most I can say on that.
Oh my god. I never expected that. Oh, look what it happened. Gets him up top. Looking for
Yep, there was only one mod that's still installed that didn't work, by the way, and that was Ty Mello. I just forgot to uninstall her before I went back through. Like, I forgot to free up the slot, essentially.
to survive the celebrated loser war. His second match in WWE, and Bruno
Oh my god! That was sick! Oh my god, Ray Phoenix!
secret of all just has no answer, and that's all. Phoenix has it all. Phoenix has it. Mexican muscle buster.
The Mexican Muscle Buster, eh?
You not love what he's delivered every time from Ray Phoenix.
Thoughts on Tay Mello? What? That's just her name. Who? Are you saying like her and Carmelo? Because in that case, no. That's not a good pairing at all. That's just pairing two people whose names, whose first name and the other person's last name are the same.
That Santos has for Ray Phoenix. This time he got possessed about as a man of flex and style.
Interesting story they're running here.
Tough to shake his hand. But this high line, this explosive defense, agility. If you want offense and you want it, this is how you get it. Just watch Ray Phoenix. We have now seen back-to-back performances from the newest face on Friday Night SmackDown. Ray Phoenix went from the newest face to unexpected face tonight.
Oh.
Roxanne, you should be the last person talking about me.
Roxanne on SmackDown.
want from the Smackdown?
Too off.
Shit, we're getting Roxanne Tiffany tonight, very likely. That'd be a good showing for Roxanne. Obviously, Tiffany will. What the fuck? Brian Keith, you good? Okay, he's good. I fixed it. There are some, there's some quirks with modding. Anna J White. Again, I don't think pairing people up because their names are similar is the right move. Anna J, Rhea Ripley. I mean, maybe there's something there, but that also could just be because I fancy both of them. Let's see. One of these is his. I know that for a fact.
We're making each one of the pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, top drugs.
Oh, well, that one's, glad that one's not his. It did not like him. It's not that one. Is his just generic double champion one? Is it just double champion one? It very well might be. Or is it just generic champ is him? I think generic champ is him. They just named it that. This is giving WrestleMania 30 vibes. Yep.
0.9% APR on 2025 Sierra 1500 models. We only fit over 50 to 200 total value on select Sierra 1500 models.
Who's next? Cash Wheeler.
I'm gonna take a flight to this. Since you tell me we see in PR.
The first thing I think of when I hear Paul Heyman's name is friend. He's a friend. He's above and beyond before and after everything else. He's always just been a friend.
Did you guys hear word on the streets is Jericho's taking time off from AEW? No. Stop. Come back. Please. We'll miss you so much. We'll never be the same without you.
This was the gun. Once they saw it. Okay,
I present to you CM Punk.
I I owe my career to Paul Heyman, 100%. Paul fought for me. He gave me a shot. Oh, they told you to fire me, and you said no. That's right, I'm a Paul Heyman guy. Me too, sure. So I'm super fortunate. I get to come to work, and I get to work with one of my best friends.
And ROH and Grand Champ. Yeah.
He's never been teacher to trust me, these kids. That's just who he is. I admire him more than I do anybody else in this industry. When I left here, I was super guarded. It was a rough time for relationships. That employees kind of no exception.
Sure as rain is. It didn't exist, JT.
I stand before you as the best friend and biggest fan of Chicago's very own CM Punk. At WrestleMania, this is about loyalty. I will always be loyal in my corner.
I don't really have an answer for you there. It was as unnecessary as the first one. His second reign with the Ring of Honor title was just as, if not more, unnecessary than the first one. Like, Tony pretty much just didn't understand that they're never going to get the TV deal. No one's interested in Ring of Honor. So it's time to take the L. Shit. It didn't go down when I clicked to go down.
And do it all on your own. Guess we just want to see what kind of a champion you really are. Bye!
Oh, well, game just crashed. Whoops. Well, that's enough for me for the night then. For now, I'm taking a break. It crashing just means I'm going to take a break from it. On Kenta having his own club, I don't have much of an opinion on it, I suppose. Kenta Club would go hard, but can't lie, Kenta feels like a solo act. Yeah. All right. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go refill my water and maybe grab a snack or something because I'm not eating dinner yet. And it is not. It is almost 10 o'clock. Wait. Oh my God! It's almost 10 o'clock.
Dr. Rick, we are thinking sandwiches again for lunch. What should I put you down for? Oh,
Boundaries, they can be tough for young homeowners turning into their parents.
I'm either gonna go tuna melt or Reuben. If no to the remember, when the door closes, the conversation.
Oh, yes, gotcha. Okay.
Looks like the tip of the day to be over.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your womanhood when you bundle with us.
I could go tuna melt. If you wanna go Reuben, we can do a mix it.
What's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the $5 Wiki Packs and bacon cheeseburger is available all the time. Because the best fit for fresh, never frozen beef and applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh! For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
If you're shopping for a home, you could browse hundreds of listings to find homes with big yards, or compare lot sizes all at once. Search at Home Hub to find space to grow. Home search will never be the same again.
Check it out. At Planet Fitness, you can get free fitness training. You're mixing it up. You're not slowing down. I'm checking my phone.
55 versus 70.
Coming? Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 now, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, April 11th.
Our report reflects the HR. Bye-bye. Student circle lunch promotion. It's a fancy toasted Italian nightclub. Melted cheese and cream without meats.
It's the sandwich bar promotion.
New toasted sandwiches at Jimmy John's. Well, that's good.
Spring forward this tax season with Straight Talk and get a free Moto G Power 5G with select plans, all with real unlimited data on America's most reliable 5G network. Because this tax season is free phone season. Straight Talk, available at Walmart.
Check it out. He showed up with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza. It is a game. Slicing through the lane. Feeding the post. Best delivery guy up. Pizza Hut. The Cheesy Bites Pizza. A new ranch lover's flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
This is a story about the one. The untrained eye may not see the one as extraordinary, but her goals aren't easy. She fixes, she manages, she perfects. She is extraordinary. Because for the one, maintaining this space transports her to this space. The industrial grade product you need plus 1 billion more. Call clickgranger.com or stop by. Granger for the ones who get it done.
Miles plate, twisted pizza, swirl plate, so bold, your whole life's dipped in the lake, man, that ranch is deep. No twisted tips, bringing flavor to the clean stop.
I'm back. Refilled my water. Ate while I was downstairs. Oh, there's another Alistair tease while I was gone.
I will say, in my opinion, it is she's been all over me, like saying I'm supposed to say nice someone. Quick start as she pulls the tool. What happens when you disrespectful to our United States champions? And I gotta think here, Wade, because her secret service isn't out to support her tonight.
I fucking love Hangman Page. Hangman is on Blue Sky for reference, which is my go-to social media now that I'm off Twitter. Oh my god. Hold on. Anyways. Hangman, when he's on Blue Sky, posts about his plants. But he posted this, hey look, you dumbasses want more pictures of plants? Well fine, have at it. It's only 9:30 at night or something. Sure, I'm not busy. Here's a Piedmont azalea. Good for pollinators and smells like honeysuckle or whatever. Piss off. But then, alt text. Photo of a Piedmont azalea, but you can't even see it because it's dark as shit outside because it's the middle of the night. What do you think? I'm some kind of like night gardener or something?
Complaining that her secret harvest wasn't out here, she threw Vader back into the ring. Beat the head off.
So Zelina and Chelsea ends in a count out.
You doing that is hard for God. Not at all. He can't control her emotions. We're back into the ring. Next thing you know, 10 count.
All right then.
That's Joe's house. Kind of performance. Me. They got to live themselves. I'm gonna beat him. He's a flash in the pan. I'm over the word. Oh yeah, a flying lizard. Your words. All I have to say to you right now is I'm extremely disappointed.
All right, back to work.
Let's go find Ray Phoenix so I can congratulate him on the job well done.
Yes, JT. I'm also gonna move my Discord to the other monitor here.
Well, still to come tonight. Week before, Tiffany has a WrestleMania opponent. She'll be taking on Roxanne Perez. That is ahead. Well, that is after a major conversation of the Wwe Smackdown. We got a heavyweight.
I don't know, man. I was telling everyone when Alex and I kissed for the first time. It was the first time I'd ever kissed a girl.
Yeah, that's late tonight on SmackDown.
Are you kidding me? That was the first girl I ever kissed. I was telling everyone.
I know you love Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix is a great wrestler. But you are a great wrestler too. Still more hot.
Andrade hyping up Berto now.
I'll be proud.
Interesting. God, Andrade is one handsome son of a bitch. What in the world?
The undisputed WWE champion, the American
Interesting. They're putting all the old WWE titles in the ring.
with a drive.
Hope you feel that, right? Yeah. This is really cool. Here we go.
The princess, the queen, the goddess have arrived.
At Wayfair, we get pretty excited about furniture. Around here, it's not a patio, it's a patio.
Oh, love this chair.
Fantastic.
Yeah? Girl, you nailed it!
No, this set is just a couple of screws.
I'm not even going to sit here and huff the copium that we might be getting a new WWE title. I'm not. I ain't going to do all that. Because, like, I'm only setting myself up for disappointment with that. I don't think I ever put in a theme song for David Finlay. Huh. Whoops.
Choose one appetizer and two entrees. Applebee's famous 2 for $25 with new sizzling skillets and steak.
Just got straight to the now. Now I go down.
Big news from Sonic. New Junior chicken sandwiches. That's not news. Including honey.
It's AI. Oh, the Stephanie image. Yeah. That thing is AI generated. There's no way it's not. I hate it. As someone who can't stand AI, I like. You know, there's a reason, like, when LAW moves to 2K25, I'm redoing all the renders for everybody as in-game renders, because I have so many issues with AI, and I've become more and more anti-AI. Like,
We make it easy to buy a car. Improve on your phone, shop for cars on your phone, customize your terms on your phone. And the day you make your phone is the day you get it.
oh yeah, it's Dijak. We got Dijak in the house here. Hey, LS11 universe. It's Dijak. Dijak, hijack. You haven't really got to see me much. Haven't got to see much of me since WrestleMania last year, when Karrion Kross murdered me after Stallone and I laid out the Miz. Karrion Kross killed me off. I showed up in Lone Star, and then I showed up in TNA, and both of those went under very quickly. Not my fault. Stand by that. Not my fault. But I was there. I was there for like the one episode each of those shows got. It's been a season of experimentation. But now Xander's got somewhere he's sending me, but he's not gonna tell you right now where that is. What I will not shut up about, in the same way Pierre won't shut up about the AI generated, I will not shut up about how terrible Fiend is as a song. If you can even call it that. It's just some weird high-pitched thing going Fiend over and over again. That's not music. That's crap.
Thursday through Sunday next week, as Liv and Liv Beach in the Baton Rouge, Vegas. That's the official race for You can get tickets now at WrestleMania Afterdark. It is going to be a sick
Lynch, stone, opportunist. There are so many words that
Oh, we got heel Naomi.
is sick. Come to that windshield. I need that. Eventually. Once I got you out my way, I took my rightful place as champion. Bianca and I grew an even stronger friendship. Now that you're back, Bianca won't even look at me. But it's okay. Because there's no more of this pain loyalty. I'm doing what's best for me. And I'm gonna get so now, strongly advise you to proceed with caution. Naomi, you thought that you could weather the storm by ducking and dodging me, but now the moment is here.
Make a faction where it's Macho Man, Randy Savage, Seth Rollins, Scott Steiner, and Johnny TV or Elite Armor. Well, the issue there is one of those guys is dead, one is retired, one is in LAW, one is in AEW, one's in WWE. Doesn't really work that easily. Also, like, we got enough factions. We got enough factions. I'm a little tired of making new factions all the time.
You were jealous that I came in with so much star power, so much aura, so much love.
I think I gotta say Naomi for Money in the Bank. Roxanne's got a lot more time ahead of her than Naomi does. I think this is the year you do it with Naomi. I know Sami Zayn and El Generico. Not the same person by any means, but Sammy's motions do work for El Generico very well. Like, it's a common misconception that they're the same person.
For everyone who appreciates the great history of this industry, look at this scene to the whole, spanning years, generations of greatness, the scraps of leather, precious metals, pictures.
Oh, there's the winged eagle.
Different iterations of the WWE champion.
Crazy how there's not the 2014 title or 2013 title that The Rock introduced, even though it's the same thing, you know. Adrenaline in my soul. Great to see the early 2000s undisputed belt though. First time Pierre and I realized that we're practically the same person was when we both almost simultaneously, when asked what the most underrated title design was, both almost simultaneously said that one. I was like, Pierre, this is scary. What's really funny is you guys are going to get to see some of the mods that haven't quite worked. Like, they've worked, but, like, their attires didn't get fully ported, so I need to go fix those myself.
To see all the versions of the championships that are in the ring now, that means so much to all of us ways. I'm seeing even more to the man who wears the crown. So a great glimpse of an incredibly
Yeah, the 0405 belt. Was it only 0405? I feel like it came around in 2001, right? And I will try and fix some of those mods tonight when I do all this. Yeah, I think of Eddie when I see it as well. I think of Eddie or I think of JBL. Or delete my Kaz. No.
You are a custodian because it's a moment in time, a piece of history.
Hey, we're the Fs at this point, so we're making good progress. This is going faster. JT, you were there last night. Am I getting through the victory motions faster than I was the entrance motions? I feel like I am. In part because a lot of them I can just copy-paste and then just jump in and change the music. I do also need to check some of these modded belts and see if they all look good. Heck yeah, I am. Okay, I thought I was. I was like, I'm already on the Fs. I feel like I'm already on the Fs. I've only been doing this for like 45 minutes. Or, you know, redacted. Yeah. But yeah, so seeing Gunther with the suit made me think about it. You guys excited for Gunther Danielson this upcoming weekend? Everything froze up on me there for a second. I did not click loose change. I clicked loose cannon. Fuck.
Thank you very much. You've always been good to me. It's a sold out arena here tonight. I'm going to pick the flag. I'll be back here again. Thank you very much. Now, this is the tangible definition of realized potential, the denotation of excellence, the metric that stands. This right here simply says you are the best wrestler in the world. And I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be able to carry this in its mighty weight, but it won't always be me. That's what this has become. That's what WrestleMania has turned into. It's not just a match between two men anymore. It's about our right to keep this at home. It's about the next championship.
Champ will be a great celebration for Hangman. You're right, actually.
Our ID prospects. Maybe there's a young man in Seattle tonight that wants to grow up and wear this as WWE champion. It's about the next championship.
At least for the heel side.
All that away. John Cena.
Oh yeah, Cena's gonna be on SmackDown next week.
He referred to me and the placement of my tattoo. He said me having this tattoo makes me a common fan. So what? I have this tattoo, but it's not me to wear this suit because I think that's something. It's because
Are we gonna get the Andre Battle Royal next week? Have they announced that at all? I don't think they have. If they do it and he's in it, I think Phoenix wins it.
You can sell out the world's most famous arena 180 times to the rhythmic chants of its own name. Is that somebody who can sit up each and every night, even with broken ribs, and become WWE's phenom? Is that somebody who can set the world ablaze with Latino heat?
Eddie Guerrero, shout out. You'll love to hear it.
Or is that somebody who can carry a company on his back through good times and bad for 10 years? John Cena. John Cena looks at this and considers it a bad thing. I don't. I see it as a man who is trying to break the wheel, a man who is trying to find himself. Does that sound familiar? John, you've told me
Pretty much, Pierre. Pretty much.
that I present myself authentically. Here's what I do know, John. I'm the WWE champion, and you are not. John is always teaching. John is always preaching. Perhaps if it's the one time. lesson I saw my old man struggle with as a career babyface, and it's very simple. John, they are allowed to love somebody else.
They're allowed to love somebody else. What a line.
Just to name a few, we make each other better. And now I found myself with the unenviable task, but it's in my nature to want this path. That I have to hold history in your record-setting title win so that history here in the first place. John Cena's a man of his word. He's setting his word. He means it. He says he needs to take his word. He means it. So let me share some honesty with you, John. I'll tell you the same thing that I told Brock, the same thing that I told Roman. I do my best work when I back into the corner. I don't flinch. I fight. I wrestle. That's right, John. The bell is gonna ring. And when it does, and this is over, I leave you to this ring, John, to have your moment. Your moment to stay with God. It would be better for me to tell John when time is up, my time is up, John. You know when time is up, you can watch it time, and that's why you do what you do. And you know, my time will be up soon. But until then, this is timeless. And this stays home. This stays with us. What a statement.
There you go.
By the champ, and I love connecting.
I feel like that promo with all the belts in the ring would have been maybe a little better if John Cena had been here, but yeah, no.
As he says, I have the whole history with a record-setting title win for Cena so that we can continue to have history here in the first place. That, to its core, is the statement made by Cody.
Cody's catching the beating of a lifetime next week. Probably. Probably.
Yeah, hope Cena's history so that we can have history. Let's talk about the future that happens next week on SmackDown.
Also, I hate to break this news to you guys, because, also, Jonathan Gresham, don't worry about the hair. That's just... That's one of those random little visual glitches that I'm going to have to fix in essentially a patch for myself. I've got notes of all the people I got to fix.
Tonight, let's tell you your story. Yeah, as we just heard from the champion, who was one half of our WrestleMania main event. Some call him the greatest of all time, others call him a man who was taught his own legacy regardless. John Cena will be live on SmackDown in Vegas next week. And of course, it's an
We'll see Rock next set. Nope, I don't think we'll see him at all. Oh, Battle Royals next week. Hell yeah. The Andres next week. We love to see it. It's so meh. It's just been SmackDown for the last little while, my friend. Why not just do the title match next week? Why not just do the title rematch next week, huh? Yep, tag title match got moved to SmackDown. WrestleMania is still going to be 9 hours a day. It's only 9:60 out of this. It was funny as shit.
The Street Profits. Ford Dawkins next week is the final Friday night SmackDown before WrestleMania, and it's also the night you can defend your titles against the Motor City Machine Guns. How are you feeling about that show? Street vibes, what they see, labels, wrestling and weekly. But you know what, you like those too. Last week I saw a video. Tell me about how it came up money, how it came up chains, how it came up grills, how it came up yarn shirts. It's not like you take care of that food. And you can't. What else do you have, Byron? The son of the graduation from I don't see blue. Just we were this the blue.
Kind of bummed no one's Smackdown. Yeah. Miz is going, no, 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 let me cook, is funnier than it has any right to be.
As a tag team champion. So it's time to put you two on notice. Provide the tag team division. And get my 10 titles. I got a high show prospect again. But you want to form. I'm not okay. We are Mellow to my knees. We are boss. We are.
You know what? I feel like Mello maybe we don't use this victory motion for her. Because she just put the sword through her own fucking head. We're just gonna let everyone see that again real quick. Yeah, don't think we do that victory motion. Even though it's her sword, we just use Natalya for her. Because, we can't have Carmen impaling her own fucking skull.
Tippy time here in Seattle. Taking up the instant challenge of the record. We're going to drop Sam Perez. That's next.
Hate to like this duo at times. Mello don't Miz. It's working. It is working. Hey, it's got Mello on TV. Shibata, that's another one, much like the Gresham situation where just something glitched out in the coding, and so the hair is the opposite color. So that's another one of those Xander will patch it himself things. And we'll send it to Ray at some point. Okada? What the fuck is going on with Okada's mouth? Okada is someone that always has problems every year when it comes to ports. Like, I don't know what the deal is. Someone will put out an Okada mod anyway at some point, I'm sure. Yeah, why is Miz good at making any pairing work? It's crazy, isn't it? I know some people was why you have like white hair, Keith Lee, because I think it looks cool. Keith Lee with the white hair, it's such a unique look. I think it looks cool. That's why I use white hair Keith Lee. Like, I had people legit getting mad at me when he was using that in TNA. Like, no, look at him. He's fucking gorgeous. He's a silver fox. Kidding me? Fucking love Keith Lee.
Check it out. He showed up with Pizza Hut's Bounce Pizza and his knee slicing through the lane. Feeding the post. Best delivery guy ever. Peter's Hut. The Cheesy Bites Pizza and new Ranch Lovers Fun. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
Alright, good to know. Ken Shamrock's victory motion is a little fucking bugged for certain characters. Me using Kenny King is, you know, unexpected, seeing as I am not a fan at all. I just find him incredibly fucking boring. hated that they took the digital media title of Hendry last year, or 2 years ago, to put on him. And then Hendry did fuck all for a year before just getting super popular. The world needs the Johnny TV and MXM trio. Perhaps, perhaps. That was not what I was trying to think. Got a PJ Black? Yes, but he's not installed yet. I do have a PJ Black mod, but he's not installed yet. I gotta port him first.
Big part of WrestleMania week. Undertaker One Dead Man show at Sydney Blue Light Theater until Saturday, April 19th. Pacific. Tickets are on sale now via Ticketmaster. Last week we released the headline
Clash of Clans is still a thing, really. Here's Roxanne. If it's not Fabian MXN, which don't send me money. It's Fredo.
Roxanne Perez hasn't been in the ring for Tiffany Stratton since the 2024 Royal Rumble. Tiffany eliminated Roxanne then. And then you fast forward to this year's Royal Rumble, Wade, and it was Roxanne who nearly shocked the world, nearly earned a chance to face Tiffany at WrestleMania. She had that record-setting performance that's the runner-up to Charlotte Flair. And Charlotte Flair, of course, is heading to WrestleMania. But Roxanne has certainly been vocal.
Kip Sabian's here. I don't really... You know, he's here, is essentially all I can say to that. Got a lot of him.
We acknowledged the viral video from earlier today, and the discipline that was put forward both Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair was asked to go home for the remainder of the week. So we got a good one right in front of us here with Roxanne Perez and Tiffany Stratton.
I assume what they'll probably do here is give Roxanne a good showing and then ultimately have Tiffany go over, seeing as, you know, Tiffany's the champion. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. I was literally in the Discord the other night being like, I got nothing for Kip. I don't particularly care for him. So I will go ahead and forewarn you all. Kota Ibushi is one of those where everything except his attire and hair ported, so like it's his body, but he's just got nothing on, no hair or anything. He's one of those I gotta fix, and he's on the list. He's on the list of things to fix. It's not me, let me Jay-Z, pretty much.
WrestleMania for just wait a second. WWE Women's Champ.
Yeah, I assume Roxanne will have this match tonight, have a good showing, come up short in the end, and then
Star showing some veteran presence. To have a team with the A-frame and then able to take advantage of its taking strap. Left hand, second row. Second time it's through.
yeah.
As your host, I have some rules. First, no showers longer than 5 minutes. This isn't a spa. No game. No fun.
Domino's new Korean stuffed crust pizza tastes like never before. Because Domino's has never had stuffed crust before. Seriously.
Yeah, I'm sure Kyle's got a good future. Fletcher has a good future in AEW in real life. I don't know, man. Him as a singles guy has just never clicked for me. Like, when they put the Ring of Honor television title on him, it just didn't click for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
There's still a lot to go, as you can see, but we're getting there. A lot of them come later on, like towards the end. A lot of names at the end of the alphabet. Weird as it sounds, sometimes I just get to a point where, like, I start working backwards instead to meet myself in the middle. I know it's a weird thing, but it's just how I do things sometimes. We're getting there, though. If it wouldn't crash immediately upon, trying to access someone that doesn't have.
Crispy, and cream. Irresistible. Why not?
There's JC, yeah.
Switch to do what? The wet flushable wipe that clears instead of smears. Do what? Best friends.
I hope you're all excited for Murder Machines versus the Elite for the Trios titles. Wrestle Dream's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to have a kind of a real-life AEW syndrome to part of it, though, as in, like... Like, it's going to have a little bit of a real-life AEW syndrome where there are a lot of matches that kind of get announced night of, simply because... Or, like, a couple days before, simply because I had those few weeks where I didn't have mods and stuff. So I couldn't really... So there was nothing I could do in regards to, like, having someone become #1 contender to the TBS title and stuff like that. But it's also one of the final AEW pay-per-views, so think about that. Let that sink in for a minute.
Tiffany Stratton showed us all why she is the WWE Women's Champion.
It's Shredder. Where? That's one of my favorite memes. That is one of my favorite memes. Remember, she's been killing it in ZRC AEW. God, I love him so much. It was so funny. Ray was texting me the other day, right? We were talking, I was like, I was surprised when Powerhouse Hobbs was in the Murder Machines. I was thinking, maybe you should find him a tag partner to go up against them and find someone else to put in the Murder Machines. And I was like, I don't know. He and Brian Cage have this. He's like, and Ray was like, yeah, but he's got history with all these other people, and LS11 universe as well that you could do something with. I was like, you know, I'd have to think about it, Ray. And then Ray sends me a text like an hour or so later. He's like, hey, look, I know AEW is your thing, but I'm just saying, I think there's a lot of potential with Powerhouse Hobbs doing something outside of Murder Machines. And that's from Ray, you know the Murder Machines have already debuted and they're in a feud, right? He was like, no, I did not know that. Disregard. Which I just thought was funny. Like, and I'm not even making fun of Ray. I just thought it was kind of funny. It was like, yep, just, there's someone I'm sure people are kind of shocked to see me doing stuff with. Leo Rush. Or that I have him in my game. But he's there. Luchasaurus, another victim of the slight problems with mods where his hair didn't get textured, so his hair is invisible right now, but it is an easy fix. Okay. ZRWCW, hell yeah. Tiffany and Roxy are having a fun match right now, by the way.
Utilizing her foot to stay away from the ropes, and instead it's strapped with a show of power.
I got Mark Briscoe. Good showing for Roxanne tonight. Fun match. Oh, and there's Charlotte. Charlotte in a baggy shirt and jeans. Conglomerating. Yeah, the conglomeration has never been a thing in LS11 Universe, and I don't really intend on ever doing it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Wade. Yeah, this is a good way for you guys to also kind of get a little preview of how some of the mods look. Matt said, a lot of people here I'm going to be able to just kind of do this with. I'll just copy the dire intentions over to, and then not have to edit much, because they're not going to... Fuck! Fucking Matt Seidel. Sometimes my game does kind of have enough of modded characters and needs to be restarted. It just kind of happens. Is what it is. I'll have to let Ray know about that as well, because I'm sure he'll start thinking stuff's not working. I keep getting the commercials for toasted sandwiches from Jimmy John's, where it's the guy that played Wade Whipple in the Sonic movies, doing like the spokesman stuff for it. And like me and Hemlock actually once a week go get toasted sandwiches from Jimmy John's because they are pretty fucking good. Okay, Matt Seidel is having some issues. Maybe his mod just doesn't work. Maybe his mod is actually broken and I didn't know. I may have never checked. It's very possible I never checked. Because I was like, well, he's part of the no entrance gang, so what am I going to do? Like, now I got to go back on the disciplinary committee and see when I was sending all my test screenshots on the 8th. So 3 days ago, that would have been Tuesday. It's very possible.
Second month free. Call consumer selling.
Yeah, I never tried to test him, so he might just not work.
We're making these Papa Pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Hey, it's your dry skin. Help me stay hydrated and healthy looking all day with CeraVe facial moisturizing lotion.
All right, Brandon.
Satisfying and
All right, so let's see. All right, so we'll skip over Matt Seidel, because I think his mod might just not work. I might have just not known. Which I think would be kind of hilarious if I didn't.
Take a flight to New York. So Sunday on NBC and PR.
Actually, Michin would probably work better for Mercedes Martinez as a victory motion instead of me having to go searching for one. But it's kind of cool having Mercedes Martinez modded in because I've been trying to port her mod since, because this is a 2K23 mod. I tried to port it last year and it didn't work. So having the porting tools really worked like a charm. Can I like lean the chair forward? Oh God. Yeah, my chair can lean forward. I don't think I like this. How do I lean it back? There we go. That's good enough. Because I want to lean back, but I don't. I want to be able to lean back, but not too far back. Love Mickey James. Glad I finally get to do stuff with her again. Don't know what roster she's going to go to yet. I've got ideas, but it's probably a consultant creative team. Wow. Just a straight row of characters with no motions there. Okay. So I just got to essentially copy paste. I already know his is called Power of Love. Is to the greatest love I've ever known. I accidentally gave him the wrong thing. It is a go-to theme. He might be using that again in LS11 universe if he does singles wrestling. Just thought I'd let you guys know that.
Roman battle it out at WrestleMania for the soul of this industry. We take it as a privilege to remove you from the situation right here, right now.
The more I see the Seth and Heyman segment, the more I think it was a setup. I'm in. I'm all in. I'm all in that Seth and Paul are going to end up ending Mania together. Also, seeing Mina made me think about it. Some good news, folks. The World Cup 3, which is going to be the Women's World Cup in Season 7, yeah, World Cup 3, the Women's World Cup. Planning for it has officially begun, and seeing Mina made me think about it because she's obviously going to be one of the participants. She's one of the best Japanese women's wrestlers, one of the best Joshi wrestlers in the world, in my opinion. I really like Mina a lot. Yeah, this is just something that is a thing with Mystico, by the way. I'm looking into this one. I don't know why his entire body is like this. I made the joke last night in the Discord that it's clearly a return of the Hunico version of Sin Cara because of the name that one had. And I know it's just the Espanol word for black, but I don't want to risk it sounding wrong. Forbidden War 3, it's like, you know, on one hand, shame it didn't happen. On the other, it's like, eh. We were talking about it last night. You and I were, JT, if you remember. We were talking about it last night, and we were both just kind of like, Forbidden War 2 is a good show in theory. It's just, its place in the timeline was just this giant 5-week roadblock on the road to the Rumble.
All right, here's what you're in store for on Sunday. Bailey and Lyra just went through the gauntlet. WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. Bailey and Lyra against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Sunday, WrestleMania. It is going to be a Sin City split fight between Damian Priest and Drew Matars. The outrageous Rockers. Those split fight version on Sunday at Mania. The Intercontinental Championship is going to be decided in a fatal four-way contention. Big battle during Sunday at Mania. Also Sunday is AJ Styles against Logan Paul and Sunday Regis Stadium. The Women's World Championship Triple Threat will be held on Sunday the 20th. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Io Sky. You can hear the reaction from the fans here 8 days away from Mania 41. And of course, we just heard.
Dirty Dom. I think it's going to be Dom. I think it's going to be Dom with the whole word on the street is you can't win. You're a loser. Word on the street is that you suck, Dom. And so I think Dom wins by pinning Finn. Because when you listen to Finn, you're going to eat the pin. You face Finn Balor and you're going to get one over on me, mate. You're going to get one over on me. I've got another tab open that tells me the names of the preset ones that are for people that were in the games in the past or just other people in general. Yeah, Finn's so taking the pin. Yeah.
This song right here is for Red, White, and Blue. You got good taste when you drink like it too.
And we're already in the ends, which is good. Yeah, we're making. Whoops. It's Snack Man. Yeah, pretty much.
Check it out. It's a trippable, dippable, cheesy bites pizza and ranch lovers fight with 3 flavors is a game changer. The totally cheesy tail bites. Everyone's really loving it. The cheesy bites pizza and the ranch lovers fight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
So, being a Finn fan is very difficult, isn't it?
And these are my 14.
That's not Black Widow being hot. She was one of my childhood crushes, so do with that information what you will. I already know you guys seeing that I've got a mod of him makes you think, is he gonna be wrestling in LS11 universe? And to that I can't tell you. But the answer is probably.
How do you get so much flavor in these Skittles little?
Because I shrunk the Skittles and packed them with a rush of flavor. Yeah. Shrink the rainbow, takes the rainbow.
He did wrestle this season? Yeah, I guess he did. He had that match with Roddy, right? That was in Ray EW. I gotta admit, I was in a pretty dark place for so long that I didn't really watch much Ray EW.
Especially when they've been using toilet paper that doesn't hold up. New Charlotte Ultra Strong has a diamond detection.
Well, game decided it had enough mods for that run. Granted, I have modded this thing to hell. Granted, I'm probably only gonna ever have to install like 7 more people for the rest of my life, for the rest of 2K25's life. But like at the same time, it's like I have done damage to this game. This game is having a hard time keeping up now. I am a little worried about what I'm going to do to Ray. Dynasty this season. Oh, yeah. Yeah, keep in mind, that was a bit of a rough spot this year. I know Orange Cassidy works. I've seen his mod. Unless I'm just a fucking moron. But I swear he's, like, in these screenshots, at risk of spoiling stuff. Hopefully I don't spoil anything. No, I didn't. KL. Yeah, he works, because there he is. I just gotta skip OC for now. I will. We'll come back to him. If he crashes it a 3rd time, I'll come back to him. What I might do, actually, is I'll copy a different victory motion to him and see if maybe it was just being weird. Yeah, it was just being weird. There we go.
We just learned that will take place on WrestleMania Saturday. Of course, we know a frenzy of energy takes over every arena and stadium. When the megastar walks out, he's going to need all of that energy and more.
Pierre's boy. Taking it all. Omni Droid. Not off the top of my head.
Of course, we see a lot of soldiers in old began, but this lets members of mission. Belly of Night was on the other side of the winning side.
And for anyone that's like, well, Xander, what are you going to do with these slots that you're using for, like, Penta and Jordan Grace and stuff when they're actually, at the end, just remove the mod slots and use them for other characters? It's pretty fucking straightforward answer. I don't know what people expect. Right? Like, what do people expect me to do? Like, oh, I'm going to freak out? I don't know. Like, what do you want from me? I assume Jacob Fatu probably causes some kind of schmoz finish here. And this is going to somehow spin into Randy and Solo at WrestleMania, even though it's kind of a waste of everyone's time. I'm hopeful that the teases with Nick Aldis being like, it's been a day. I'm hopeful that's going to lead to Aldis being like, you know what, Randy? I will fight you at WrestleMania. It's just going to be Solo. It's going to be fucking Randy and Solo. Rolling Death Driver into a table on the corner. I'm good. I mean, I don't know why I've got Ray Phoenix modded into my game. It's not like he's in WWE right now or anything. Not like I'm going to be bringing him into the universe at any point. Definitely don't have a story set up that might perfectly slot him in somewhere. Because Penta's teaming up with Rey Mysterio, so like... Yeah, I was very proud of that bait and switch. I was very proud of that. Two more with Rey Mysterio. Look, man, I got a roster of so many people, I can only do so much with everyone. Ray for WCW. That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. Like, I know people, like, have a lot of nostalgia for Rey Mysterio, because, like, oh, you know, you grew up with him, this, that, and other. Yeah, keep in mind, I didn't grow up with him. I didn't grow up with Rey Mysterio. I started watching when Rey Mysterio was gone from WWE for those 4 years, where he was gone. So, like, I don't have any nostalgia for him. He was never, like, my guy, my underdog. So pretty much anytime Rey Mysterio has done something big in a Wrestling universe, it's usually Rey's idea. And it's like, I don't dislike Rey Mysterio. I don't have much for him.
Reaction symptoms, stop Dovato and get medical help right away. Other serious or life-threatening side effects include severe liver problems and lactic acid buildup. If you're female or obese, you may be more at risk. Tell your doctor about your medicines or supplements, medical conditions, liver, kidney problem, pregnancy, breastfeeding, or planned pregnancy.
Get in your ring. She counts herself. The rent rewards from Rocket Mortgage. Your ring counts towards buying the home.
turn more interesting.
It'd be a fucking unit. Zero thoughts on profanity. Oh man, you know I fucking hate people who fucking curse all the fucking time. And there goes monetization on this stream. Is that anything like Crimson something like Crimson Renegade or something? Crimson Rebellion. What's Crimson Rebellion doing in the impact zone, Maggle? Don't know when Ruby will be back in LS11 Universe, seeing as she was last seen. I believe she recently had her kid, right? Something like that. Calling him Mr. in the Vice, and he looks like he's squashing his head. Right. I don't have the childhood trauma of that, you know. Another thing I need to remember to do is edit this Miro mod to change the textures to be Rusev. Rusev's name on it.
The last Smackdown on our road to WrestleMania before we arrive in Vegas. Randy Orton desperate to make the tag to LA Knight, but so was Noah and Tomatano getting the best of. Remember how the night started when Randy Orton was out of discussion in front of the crowd here in Seattle.
Yeah, Batista's turning on right now. I have seen Batista turning on Ray. Him being like, I love you, but I'm about to rip your head off. And all that. I think that's a great promo. This is someone I'm really excited to be using soon. I got some ideas for Roosh heading into the next season. Trust me. You guys are going to like it.
Slowly destroying the body of the Viper Randy Orton. Play night. 8 days away from what will be the big battle. United States Championship defense against the King of Platform.
This little fucker.
And that power, and that strength, and that explosiveness of the Viper.
Rey Mysterio getting swatted into the steel post by Big Show, and then seeing Chavo Guadalajara in the steel chair. Right, like again, I didn't grow up with Rey Mysterio, so I think if I'd started watching wrestling 10 years sooner, I'd probably have a lot more nostalgia, and Rey Mysterio would have probably been like a world champion in LS11 Universe by now. But like, I just don't have the same, I don't have the same nostalgia for him everyone else does. So Renault Sonata is another one of those that had the tire bug happen to him. It's kind of funny. It's like I'm probably going to start behind the scenes having like a locked page on the website that no one else can see. And I'm probably going to start working on the WCW section. Never forget, Santino, canonically in LS11 Universe, walked out of WrestleMania 30 as the Intercontinental Champion. Someone I'm really excited to finally have a mod of again is Scorpio Sky. I really like this guy. Randy and Solo going brawling off just means that they're pivoting into Randy and Solo at WrestleMania, doesn't it? But Jeff Hardy. I like Jeff Hardy just fine. Again, I don't have the same nostalgia everyone else does, but I like him.
To the United States title, that much easier. That hit attack from Fatu. And when you see that, you know he's feeling it. United States champion, who just picked up his belt to celebrate a hard-earned tag team win. So delivered.
Yeah, the S's is the section I have the most mods in. Look at Fatu with that U.S. title in hand.
Next week in Vegas, it's the moment of truth for LA. Fatu's never even competed for a WWE singles title. He appears as an unrelenting, disruptive force. Fatu,
All right, that's it for SmackDown. I'll hang out until I get this done. I'm gonna let SmackDown actually go off the air first, just to make sure I don't fucking miss something. Oh, yeah, giving him one more moonsault. Yes, I've seen the clip of Jeff jumping off the stage onto Randy.
Previously on Resident.
Shout out Shane Taylor. I know a lot of people are excited that I'm gonna have him this season in LS11 Universe, and with Ring of Honor like fully being around, that means Shane Taylor is gonna be Shane Taylor is gonna be properly featured. He's gonna be on this week's Honor Club. Is Shane Taylor? Just gotta get his moveset put together. He'll be on Honor Club for members and Patreon backers this week. You ever seen the match of J-Bell hitting Eddie with a chair and buzzing over? Yep. Sure have. Yeah, that's that old Shark Boy without even having to do anything. Let's see, who's next? Shelton. But that means me. It's multiple people. I know Pierre's excited. I got a lot of people in the fan base that like Shane Taylor. And then isn't Anthony Ogogo in the fucking Shane Taylor promotions now? Like, that's a thing, isn't it? I vaguely remember that. Very bad show? What do you think? A bad show actively insults me. A boring show is more what I'd consider that. Actually. They knew what they were doing giving Scarlet that overall, by the way. They fucking knew what they were doing. The guy that, you know, the guy that Cody ended racism against. Like the boxer guy that knocked Cody out and laid the Union Jack across him, and then Cody ended racism with one promo. Actually, you know what? Now that SmackDown's off the air and it's not about what I react like, we can do this. All right, who's next? Starlight Kid. I think the Warrior Princess entrance fits Victory fits Starlight Kid pretty well. I like Starlight Kid. She's someone I've gotten invested in just by watching a match or two. Nope. That's gonna crash the game. By watching matches here and there. You know, I think that's one of those private things that I won't talk about, JT. And then racism. What a time, Cody and AEW. Right? Cody and AEW is so fucking weird to think about now. We're almost to the end of the tease. He says, yeah, there's Steph DeLander, Steve Macklin, Stevie Turner, Sting, Stu Grayson, and Swerve left. So only 5 left. Former Knockouts champ, Steph DeLander, never forget. She's the answer to the trivia question, who did Jordan Grace beat in the LS11 universe to become a 2-time Knockouts champion? Macklin, I just have always used Kevin Owens stuff for him and then gave him his music, so. Again, Steve Macklin, another one of those. Am I going to ever get to use him again? I don't know. He's in NXT, so maybe not kind of things. But again, I kind of just have all these people. One, as a way for Ray and I just share a modded file without having to worry about, you know, keeping up with everything. But also, in case, God forbid, something happens and I end up having to take over the show. Hey, Tatum. But, like, in case I end up having to take over any shows for a limited amount of time, modding over Stone Cold Steve Austin. I did it for ARW. I modded over him with Stone Cold ET. What? I said I modded over him with Stone Cold ET. What? I said I modded over him with Stone Cold ET. What? Business manager for the major players, Stevie Turner. Glad I've got a mod of her working. It's the same mod I used in 2K23. I just couldn't get it to port last year. All right. Stone Cold Sting. I will say that perhaps I shouldn't have been showing Sting on screen while I did this. I'll leave you all with that nice little tease there of me saying that. So we're going hot. Attraction is a matter of a subjective opinion, my friend. So I don't really know what to tell you on that one. The Damian Priest Championship win oddly fits a lot of people because it's a really good title win animation. Cody could also work for Sting, though, actually. I think Cody might be better for Sting. But yeah, old man Sting. Stay tuned. He's retired. Just keep that in mind. But this is the first Sting mod for 2K25, so I needed something to work with for him. Alright, Stu Grayson. I can just copy Evil Uno's over. Stuno, if I can fix Stu's attire, because he's another one of those that has the attire bug. If I can fix Stu's attire, Stuno will be on Ring of Honor this week. Swerve. Pretty sure his victory motion is just called Swerved, right? Yeah. He's another one of those that I've got to fix the hair on, which again is pretty easy to fix. It's all a learning curve for me with modding, because this is the most involved with the modding process I've been. I don't know, man. Spider-Man comics themselves have sucked for years. There's a reason that I'm like Spider-Man's comics, like the mainline ones, have not been great in a long time. So we've made it through the S's. We've made it through the longest section onto the T's, which has a lot of people in its own right, but almost there. Time Mellow, I just gotta remember, actually doesn't work. She crashes the game. I'll show it. I'll show it at the end just to prove I'm not lying. Taya Valkyrie, we'll just copy Tatum Paxley over, and then Swerve Storm Guy. I can't mod custom gear on the mods. Now. It does catch me off guard to think about it sometimes. Like I will honestly admit there are times where I'm doing this kind of stuff and I'm like, wow, I have been doing this for a lot of my life now. And people actually watch it. Modern Naomi Saudi Arabia attire. Yeah, that is if I decide if I need extra slots like that, or I'm too lazy to mod in something brand new, I will use those kind of slots because I can edit those so easily nowadays. But Tribute really came in and took the spot as king of the. Tribute really came in and took the spot as like the kings of easy to use inserting new slots modding from Discovery, because Discovery is complicated as fuck, and they act like it's not, but it is. I've only ever in 4 years now of Discovery, I've only ever made it work once, and I had to follow that tutorial and watch it like 7 times just to get Matt Hardy to work, and then I couldn't replicate it no matter what I did. And that was on 2K22. Yeah. Almost there. You look at it, I've got, let's see, who do we got left? We got Zarya, Zack Sabre Jr., Zachary Wentz, Zach Gibson, Willow Nightingale, Wheeler Yuta, Wardlow, Turbo Floyd, Truth Magnum, Trey Miguel, and Trent Beretta left to go. We got 11 left. We're almost there. That's like the oldest joke on the internet, JT. I'm not falling for it. 10, because the Rascals are going to be super easy because I can just copy paste to one another. Let's knock it down to 9 with Trey Miguel. All of these mods are going to look familiar because they are literally just last year's mods. Like, Trey Miguel is just last year's Trey Miguel, as exactly went. Like, a lot of these mods are last year. Or years prior. It's 9 left to go. I just copy Dire Intentions over to Trent Beretta and then give him his theme. Move sets, I'm not going to make you all sit through that because, like, what am I going to do, right? A lot of these move sets aren't available. Trent Beretta looks like a jacked Tom Segura. He looks like jacked Tom Segura. I'm sorry, he does. Alright, Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd. I know what I want. I know what I want. Easy. This is easy. Outrunners might be on Ring of Honor this week. We'll see. Yeah, JT. All right, who's left? Wardlow, Wheeler Yuta, and Willow Nightingale, and Zach Gibson, and Zarya, and Zack Sabre Jr. So let's just make it a little easier here. Let's get rid of Zach Gibson by doing this. No, we should not. No, we should not, JT. As a white guy, I do not think we should. Not our word to say. I will tell you guys, whenever Wardlow returns to LS11 Universe, they're actually Wolfgang Victory works for him pretty well. Wardlow does have a custom theme now. He doesn't use "This Is War" anymore. And I know a lot of people like that song. I like it just fine. But I figured out a song that I think works better for him. WWE Brawl. Isn't that like the unreleased WWE fighting game? Like the WWE essentially like 3D fighter. All right, Zarya, Zack Sabre Jr. Is that all we're missing at this point? Yeah. Okay. So we'll copy Zoe Stark. Go ahead and edit. I think it was a cool concept. I've seen like the concept video on it. I thought it was a cool concept. Zoe Stark kind of works. Zarya is someone that when it's time for her to get the call up, I'm obviously going to be fighting for. Powerful Aussie woman. I mean, we all know how I am about powerful women in general. As you all know, I fully support women's rights, but more importantly, women's wrongs. So, like, far more importantly than anything, I support women's wrongs. So, right, and one little thing with Zack Sabre Jr. for those that haven't seen it yet, that aren't in the Discord. Did a little bit of modding work on him myself, a little bit of remodeling. When he turns around, you'll see it. If he turns around, you'll see that instead of the TMDK logo on his trunks, he has the Dickhead Club logo on his trunks. there you go. That is all victory motions taken care of now. Everyone has one. Just to prove my point about Time Mellow not working. Oh, wait, what? Oh! Alright, she actually fucking works. Sweet. Let me update my notes. Shit. So let me just take Crash off of her notes because I was gonna uninstall her mod, but there she is. She works. Almost makes me wonder if a lot of the mods that were crashing the game actually worked after all, but there was just my computer was throwing that tantrum that day. Let me find what fucking slot she's in because I cannot remember for the life of me. I already erased her from the list. So hold on. You guys can actually watch me in real time try and figure this out. As I play the world's shittiest game of Guess Who. I remember I moved her to a different slot at one point. There she is, 1625 is her slot number. Time Mellow. There we go. Right, there we go. She actually works. It's all that's actually really good for me that she works because I like her. I have a lot of ideas for how to book her as well and stuff to do with her. So that makes my life a lot easier because I don't have to wait for community creation ever to come out. Sweet. Well, that is every victory motion set. Thoughts on CML? Never really watched it, but you know, show you guys the teams here real quick that are set up. You guys can tell me if you think I'm missing anyone. We got the Ali campaign, we got Alpha Academy, we got Austin Theory and Thea Hale, we got the Bloodline, Girls of Destiny as the sub-branch, we got Brothers of Destruction, that doesn't matter. We got Bullet Club, you didn't see that. Butcher and the Blade, The Crew, Cult of the White Witch, I gotta fix this actually. Actually, and is that the created wrestler Brody King still? Yes, it is. Death Riders, I don't have Sammy modded in yet. Dishonor, the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, the Elite, the Family, Fatal Influence, now with Jasmine Nix, Final Testament, Cross and Scarlet, Force of Greatness, FTR, Gallus, the Guns, which I know they're called the Vanguard with Miro and Ethan Page in there, but that's fine. The Hardys, just the created wrestler versions for now. Hurt Syndicate, Imperium, Judgment Day. I keep this one just because I don't know why I keep it. I just wanted to watch the 5-person entrance. Kaz Dojo, LWO, Lucha. You didn't see that. Major Players, Metaphor, Murder Machines, Nathan and Liv, New Day, all their different versions. NWO doesn't matter. Well, Miz, Outrunners, Pretty Deadly, The Rascals, Shane Taylor Promotions. I actually got to add Anthony Ogogo to that. Where's he at? There he is. Add the Govna to that. Steiners, doesn't matter. Street Profits, Stuno, Team Gable, Terror Twins. That's another subdivision. TMDK. I don't care if you guys see that one. I don't care if you guys see that Duke is in there. Top Flight, Undisputed Kingdom, Usos. I've just got these just because I haven't deleted them. War Raiders, Wild Samoans again, doesn't matter. Wyatt 6, 2.0, and 3-minute warning. So, like, I guess let's run through here real quick and see. Am I missing anyone? Because I've got GYV. My heart next week. I guess I don't have War Dogs set up, actually. I don't have War Dogs set up. I don't have the remaining 3 Bullet Club members set up. I don't have Claudio downloaded yet, or I don't have a Claudio yet to do. Hey, Kevin. Or, hi, Kevin. I don't have a Claudio mod installed yet to do BCC just yet, but let's see. So it's so unreal, right? Oh, Monster Factory. I haven't done that yet. I gotta set them up. I don't have Stokely, but I can at least set them up. Go. Actually, we'll call it Bullet Club Japan. No, Callahan. I've got a mod of him to port. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I need to. I need to test it. It's the same way that I want to retest the Dalton Castle one that I have. Now that the modding tool has been updated. Alright, so it's Zack Sabre Jr., it's Taiji, and it's Kenta as Bullet Club Japan. And then Bullet Club War Dogs, which is, of course, Gabe Kidd. Clark Connors, that's the creative wrestler Clark Connors. Clark Connors, Andrella Maloney, fucking whatever. Let's see. I'm gonna give you guys a little preview of something you can see on Honor Club soon. Just a nice little tease for y'all about something coming to Honor Club for members and Patreon backers. Thoughts on Joseph Connors? You know, I did so much with him because I liked him. So let's see. What other teams am I forgetting? Got Hurt Syndicate set up. I've got Shane Taylor Promotions. I got Mighty Don't Kneel. Let's see. Excuse me. Randy Orton and Nick Gallus don't have a tag team entrance. So thoughts on the superstar Billy Graham? I don't really have any nostalgia for him, so I never really watched any of his old stuff. So I don't really have many opinions. There's Tiny Matt Hardy. Probably good that Lita's render makes it where Tiny Matt Hardy doesn't pop up over her. Let's see. I'm forgetting anyone. I don't think I am. That's why we're double checking. Right. That's why we're quickly scrolling through and seeing if anyone jumps out at me as like, oh, Xander, you didn't put these people together. Top Flight got put together. I think I got everyone. I mean, I could do the learning tree, but I gotta get a Big Bill mod first. Next up on my docket, though, is going to be getting Hardy's mods that work. All right, cool. Yeah, I got all the teams put together. Nice. So let's get rid of these custom titles. And I say we take a look at some of these modded titles. We'll use the Smackdown arena because I got something I want to show y'all. One last little thing I did. One last little funny thing I did. champions. Let's take a look at the new speed title. Oh yeah, I also unlocked Axiom's NWO attire just to test it. So actually, do that. Take a look at the NWA title. Let's take a look at I think we should definitely take a look at the. Why does it jump back to fucking Piper Niven? The AEW title to make sure it's not tiny anymore. So all these alt attires for Cody. Don't know what any of them are, but you know, test them at some point. Let's see. Let's look at the AEW tag titles. Let's hope the game doesn't crash when I do this, by the way, because it does crash sometimes just randomly when starting up a match. Take a look at the international title. Women's speed title, might as well, because I did custom mod that one today. I edited the mod a little bit. Who do you think's going to win at Mania? Io, Bianca, or Rhea? Yeah, it's going to be Bianca, no doubt. Take a look at the TBS title. And we've already seen the trios titles this week, because I forgot that I modded it in to begin with. Weird that it's like... There we go. It's weirdly looping in weird places. Where's Anna Jay? Did I not set her as champion? Maybe I didn't. That's fine. Okay. So, last but not least, I got any other mods that I didn't put the North American title on Zarya, but I do have an updated North American title. And all WWE things recycled. League of Nations is one. I'd love the League of Nations theme to be recycled. Let's see the TNT title. All right, big money, no whammy, big money, no whammy. We're in. We're in, boys. See how long it takes anyone to notice, but something has been edited at the SmackDown arena. All right, there's NWO Axiom. And the speed title is there. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's big and beautiful. And the NWO Axiom attire is just funny. It's just funny. Doo-doo. There's the NWA title around his waist. Beautiful. The 10 pounds of gold. I always forget that the NWA world title is actually pretty small, all things considered. Like, the 10 pounds of gold is a pretty small belt. And you just forget that until you see it on someone massive. But it's just always been kind of small, hadn't it? You can kind of start to see it a little bit behind Axiom. All right, this is Ospreay. All right, this is the one I'm excited about. AEW title. Ah, there we go. No more toy belt for AEW. No more itty bitty belt around Ospreay's waist. That is a full-size proper championship right there. Proper title around the waist of William. Look at that. Much better. Much, much better. Kyle O'Reilly, the AEW tag title. You all know, or I know what you all want to see. I want to see it too. You know what we all want to see. Get that belt off, Kyle. Did I maybe not? No, I think I maybe didn't give him his championship entrance. So that's on me. I will go edit that. No custom graphics. Brother, do you know how long that would take me to mod in? Custom graphics are the most tedious part of modding for me. So that's why no custom graphics. All right, here comes Mox. With the international title. 3 hours. Not for me to get everyone done. It would take me like many of time. It would take me a lot of time to get. All right, this is the one I'm most interested in seeing because I custom did this. I took the speed title and the strap. It worked. It worked. I custom edited the strap to be white, like in the graphic, like in the files, and so I'm glad that worked because I was really worried it might not. Yeah, no, custom graphics are a bitch to do. Unless I'm replacing someone else's graphics. So, people will get over it. And there's the TBS title. Beautiful, beautiful. I think this is the first time we've ever used a mod for the TBS title. And there she is, the White Witch. And finally, Daniel Garcia, right? Yep, there it is, TNT title. It's a giant cookie. Jeez. All right, it all worked. And now you can see it. If you direct your attention, the hydration station, I promised I'd do it as soon as I could. The Prime Hydration Station is gone. Long live the Cred Hydration Station. I'm actually going to release this mod. I am actually going to release this mod so everyone knows. Like, this will be available on Pro Wrestling Mods if they will allow me to post it. Because if you look at the back of the bottle, instead of the nutrition information, because this thing is not nutritious, you shouldn't fucking drink Prime. You shouldn't. It's terrible for you. But fucking no one's gonna listen to me. Drink Cred or you're a piece of shit with Logan LaDouche on the bottle. So this will be released on Pro Wrestling Mods if they will allow me to. The only thing I wish is that I could fucking replace all the Prime logos that are on the canvas easily. I don't know how, but I may look into trying to, like to either just getting rid of them or just replacing with the LS11 logo instead. Look at that fucking clusterfuck in the ring. What the fuck is Cred? It is South Park's parody on Prime. Okay, and so actually, I also want to take a look at the Ring of Honor titles because I've modded them in, and I want to see how they look. So we're just going to throw them on random people, and we'll take a look. So we'll throw that on Adam Cole. And just to kill two birds, one stone, we'll put these on the Kingdom, because the Kingdom were the final champions anyway. So you'll start seeing them on Ring of Honor looking to come back for those titles soon anyway. Women's champ, the final one was Sheeta, so we'll put it on her. final Ring of Honor World Champ was Uya Uemura, but I don't have Uemura. I need to put this on Matt and Nick. I forgot to do that. My game crashed when I was doing that earlier, so I need to do that. Because they are the rightful other members of the Trios titles. Oh, yeah, I did not put that on Anna. That's why she wasn't popping up on the champions list. And then I gotta put this on Zarya. And Nick Nemeth was the last one to hold this. So just to see all the belts real quick, we'll just do 3-on-3. We'll do it in the Ring of Honor arena. Hey, that glitch finally got fixed. We'll do Adam Cole, Mike Bennett, Matt Taven. Again, Sheeta. Nick Nemeth. And so we can see it, Anna Jay. Here's the Honor Club arena looks like for those that aren't members or Patreon backers, by the way. Beautiful, beautiful. The Ring of Honor titles. The tag titles look a little big, but that might just be me. But those look a little big. And the world title looks a little small. That's just always the case, isn't it? It's better than what would happen if I just got a custom one off Community Creations, though, I suppose. Yeah, women's title looks beautiful, though. That women's title is great. Never forget, the final Ring of Honor television champion was Nick Nemeth. Oh, that looks great. I think I've used this mod before. I think I had this mod on 2K22. Vaguely remember that. I can also edit the belts to no longer have the WWE champion stuff. I can finally fix that as well, which is going to be great. Okay, so that's that. And finally, let's take a look at the AEW Women's title. Beautiful. And then we will take the titles off of the Ring of Honor folks. They're like, you gotta find us to do that. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, I do gotta find you to do that, because I haven't renamed any of these belts yet. Once I rename them, they'll be easy to find, because I can just look for the R section. Where's Adam Cole? Adam Cole, where the fuck are you? There you are. There we go. Alright, cool. And then you guys can watch me delete the custom belts real quick that I don't need anymore. Delete that and that. Sounds just showing you. Fuck. Curse me in my use of the actual universe mode. Can you put mods in street clothes? No, it will immediately crash the game if I do that. Make it like The painstaking task of making sure I don't accidentally click a created wrestler, because then I gotta go pull them off AEW. Can you put street clothes in on something on it? I haven't played the island, and I think it's stupid. I don't know. I think that kind of stuff's not really for me. It never has been. It just feels like another way for 2K to try and get money out of people. Because they really like that. They really like trying to get money out of people, man. Don't know if you've noticed that. I have. I'm just putting people that are in Ring of Honor on the AEW assigned thing as well, because at this point I'm just trying to. I don't know what I'm even. I don't even know what I'm doing, man. That's fine. That gives it participants, championships. Fucking. The issue is I don't remember what belts are fucking modded over each one. The AEW title, fucking here, because Daniel Garcia's in my thing already. So I put him on the roster. No, I didn't. So fucking just I don't even really use universe mode for this stuff, but this just is to get these belts off of here. So there. So you're trying to get money off people. It's pretty scummy if you ask me, man. Hot take. Go. Oh, actually, if there's there we go. There were just some ones that didn't get deleted for some reason. But anyway, I don't think I'll show it here, but yeah, I don't think custom images show like custom signs proper. But I will tell people I did make some custom signs for Aaron Stevens. Because we all know he's not gone. Because he never goes away. He's like lice. But I will show you guys real quick. He's got 4. He's got You're Welcome, Aaron greater than Xander, Not Him Again, and on a piece of cardboard, That's My General Manager. So there you go. Oops, that was what I was trying to do. I don't feel like setting up any more entrances tonight. I think I just want to go to bed. I think I just want to go to bed at a decent time for the first time in a week. So I think I'm gonna end stream there. Thanks in Cardboard Spectacular. That's what I thought too. Oh man. I hate pickles, so I definitely will not be drinking pickle juice. All right. All right.